Good morning, guys. How are you doing? How's everybody? Happy Monday to you. Lovely bright morning there. Cold as fook, but nice and bright. Lovely day spent yesterday in Dublin City. I would recommend it to anybody if you're just looking for a day out. Like, Jesus, mad for me to say that, because where I used to live was like 15 minutes in a car from Dublin City, but because I'm living where I'm living now, I'm not in there as much. But it was a gorgeous day, very Christmassy. Get the bus in. It was lovely. Yeah, it was great. Just kind of walking around and checking out the sights and stuff like that. It's lovely. But the matter in hand, this is a Monday rant. Don't usually rant on a Monday because I'm usually having sleep, but got a good night's sleep last night. So yeah, a few things I've just witnessed over the weekend, guys. Now, I've touched on these before, but fuck me sideways, it's just getting infuriating watching people still do it. Saturday morning, got up and I'd done something to my ankle on Friday running, so I wanted to just go up and get some kind of a painkiller or a rub. It was killing me. So I had to wait for the chemist to open at about 10. So I went up anyway and went in, blah blah blah, got me stuff, brought it out to the car. Then I remembered that I needed stuff in Super Value. So whilst I was there, I said, fuck it, I'll take 2 of the tablets now anyway. And I was doing a few bits and bobs in the car. I'm sitting there in a car parking spot, a normal car parking spot. I hadn't got Millie with me, so I didn't have the right to be in the parent and child. So while I'm there, this absolute fucking scanger pulls in a Merc, and let's just say the person didn't suit the car, and straight into the parent and child parking. No fucking hint of a child with him. I could see into the car, there was no children in the car. Straight in, starts having an old chat then with his buddy, and cool as you like, doesn't give a shite, no children with him. Now granted, there wasn't that many people around because it was only about 10:10. So while he's having a chat with his mate, a taxi man comes in, pulls into another parent and child parking spot, but doesn't only pull into the spot, but has the left hand side of the car into another spot. Straight out, yeah, how are you doing, bud? What's the story, bud? You know what I mean? Gets out, but looks over at me because he knows I'm looking at him, and as if to say, like, yeah, I know I'm fucking parking there, what are you going to say about it, kind of thing. I just kept looking at him. But you know, when somebody is a guilty conscience, why did he keep looking over at me? Do you know what I mean? So I just said, you know, so while these two fucking idiots were doing what they were doing, this woman came in. Never put an age on a woman, but I would probably be kind enough and be doing her a favour if I said she was in her early 50s. And straight into the disabled spot. Now that does my fucking head in. Now, I know everybody's saying, oh, she might have been. Listen, she got out of that car. There was no stickers on the car. She got out of that car in her little yoga pants. Now, she was early 50s. That's what we'll say. In her little yoga pants. Probably wasn't even going to do any kind of exercise because they love to wear the yoga pants. Only messing girls. But there is an element that do that. Never seen the inside of a gym and yet they wear the yoga pants every day. But gets out. She was more able-bodied than someone half her age. No stickers on the car. I made sure that be just in case, you know. And gets out, not a bother to her. Straight into the fucking shop. Again, looks over at me, looks around to see if anybody's looking. Do you know what I mean? And that's what the scary part is. She fucking knew she was guilty as well. Yes, still parks there. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind. It was 10:10 in the morning, guys, right? Alone beside me, there was about 6 spaces. That's what annoys me, is that, like, if it was full, you know, and if you couldn't get a parking space, that would be the last resort, would be to put a park in a parent and child. I will not, by any means, park in a disabled spot. Do you know, I just won't do it. It's fucking against my, I don't know, it's just against my morals, do you know what I mean, to do it. So that's, that really annoyed me on Saturday morning. But, so that was it, grand. And in the same journey then, Amelia wanted a few sausages. So I says, right, I'll go from here down to the local centre, right? Down to the local centre, grand. Again, it was early. Usually busy with the breakfast running there. It's an extremely busy shop. And I'm there having a chat with the girls or whatever, and my attitude is always, look, what are you looking for, blah blah blah. I always say when you're ready, you know. And I could see the girls, like it was 10 past 10 in the morning, but it was extremely busy because a lot of the lads would be coming in, maybe working on building sites on a Saturday, getting their breakfast or whatever. And like on the whole, most of the lads would be, you know, fairly nice gentlemen or whatever, you know. But two little bastards came in, and one was a foreign guy. I couldn't tell where he was from, but I could hear the accent, and the other was an Irish guy. And between the two of them, they ordered about 6 different kind of rolls, right? I never fucking heard the words please or fucking thank you coming out of either of their mouths. Like, I don't give a flying fuck whether you're from Mars, but please and thank you are fucking universal in whatever language. I'm not saying that they're said like that, but you know what I mean. If you're living in Ireland for a few years, you know what please and fucking thank you are. And obviously this gobshite that was from Ireland should fucking know. Neither of them just grunted at the girl, like fucking cavemen behind the counter. I would have shoved the roll up their little fucking arses, the pricks. Anyway, basically I just got infuriated. I was grinding my teeth beside him. I was just kind of going, oh my god, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And I was just throwing daggers at them, just going, seriously, just get the fuck out of the shop. Just grunting. And even fellas that were with them, I could tell they disgusted them. They were just little pricks. Now, in the same journey, same shop, and I touched on this before, and again, it's something that just is the height of ignorance and bad manners. Personal space. So, like, what is it that when you're paying for something, there's usually a 2 or 3 feet, you know, safe area, I would call it, that people just stand back when you're paying for something at the counter. One reason is if you're putting a pin into a card machine, someone should not be sitting on your fucking lip or sitting on your shoulder waiting to get served. If you're putting a pin in, you'll always have the smarts to stand back so the person doesn't think you're looking at the pin machine or anything like that. And this little fucking beardy fucking Captain Birdseye little prick behind me, and I smell a gargle off him, and I smell of everything else off him, to be quite honest with you. But I was paying for, we say, whatever it was, just say 5-6 items, a bottle of water, paper, whatever it was. And the girl struck up a conversation with me, and I know them all in there from going down. So of course I'm chatting, you know, all I could hear behind me. And I said the fucker hadn't washed in about 3 months. And I actually turned my back more and actually spoke more then, because I knew he was literally standing behind me. Literally, and I'm talking, I could actually feel his breath on the back of my fucking head. It was Brokeback Mountain now, to be honest. And, like, you know, I don't know where the raring is in these, do you know what I mean? But fuck me. And I just went, I can't remember the sentence I used, but it was alluded to, you know, how bad manners some people have, and they bang off them. So basically that was in one journey on Saturday morning, all that shit happened. Like, it's just, I can't understand the bad manners that are out there. It's fucking deplorable.